They almost put my mom in prison. It took so long, but I now have rest. And it's only because I found Jesus.
Look at me. Tell me what you see. See, I am like a
So
tree.
he was seizing the passport of my mother, as usual. So my mom asked him for her passport because when she went to her bank, she forgot her PIN code. So when you put the wrong PIN code 3 times, they're gonna, just for security's sake, they're going to block the account, or you won't have any access to the account unless you identify with your ID that it's you. So she needed the ID, she needed a passport for my dad, and went to collect, asked him for the passport. And so my mom was like, you will not leave this house without giving me my passport, because you are not providing for this family, and I need this money. I need to go to the bank. I need this money. Give me this passport. So she hold him, here on his cloak, and he pushed her away. He just pushed her and she fell. And on his way out, he kind of, I don't know, there was like a carpet, and then he kind of slipped and fell and hit his neck somewhere, and his neck broke. Guess what he told people? He told people my mom was trying to kill him and use a hammer to break his neck. The police came, drove my mom to my school. My mom kind of came to my school to tell me what happened at home, that the police was about to put her in prison. They almost put my mom in prison because he lied. And that was, for me, the worst. Yeah. So anyways, so my mom went to one of her sisters in, Hanover at that time. Hanover was not too far away from where we stayed. It was also like 2 hours away. There's so many things going on in that house, and I was so traumatized. Like, that damaged me, and I was running away from it for so long, until I realized how much it really did to me. So now, fast forwarding the story, as I said, my father had a shop, an Afro shop. This shop lasted for only a year because he had debts. So he had to close up the shop, and he left. He just left. 2007, he just left us behind with debts. He just ran away. And then we decided to finally move out from that city, Einbeck, that small city, to move to Göttingen. That was the city where we had the Afro shop. And for me, that was like also better, because I had a new chance to get better in school, because the teachers over there in this Einbeck was really making it hard for me. So immediately I moved to Göttingen. I really knew that I wanted to, get better. I was so ambitious with school, and I made it to be the best. Or I wanted to study. I think I wanted to study law, but not because I wanted to study law. I wanted to study law to prove to my father, who always said to me I would never become anything. I wanted to prove to him that I have become something. And it took me a while to realize that that I'm constantly in a place where I just always feel like I have to prove myself to everybody, and I was exhausted. I was so exhausted. All these experiences just really damaged me so much. I still remember in the midst of all this, I just never felt beautiful because of the words I heard, from getting bullied, as a result of getting bullied in school. I always hear that I'm ugly, that I look like a horse. It destroyed the way I saw myself. I just felt I had such a low self-esteem. I had these words in my head, you are useless. You will never become nothing. You are ugly. Who will ever be with you? I think there was one girl that told me that in school. It really damaged the way I saw friendships. Like, I still struggle with it till today. Like, building up friendships is still a struggle for me, to be honest. It's still something I still struggle with, to be honest. Like, I'm just very, 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 very careful with friendships. It's just something I'm still healing from. And in my mind, when I look back on all these things, let me tell you what it was meant to do. It was meant to destroy me. Let me say it. Because in the midst of this bullying, I have really, really thought of taking my life. I have. And it's by the grace of God that I am here today, and that I have this joy. And the enemy has been trying so hard since I was a child to destroy my peace, to take away my joy, to take away everything, my life, to just make me feel like I am nothing, I am worth nothing. And when I look back and I think about all the things that have happened, I say, God, I thank you, because I've become more sensitive because of the things I've been through. Because I know what words can do. I know what words were about to do to me because of those words I heard from teachers, from students, even from my own father. I know what words can do. I was in so much shame. I had such a low self-esteem. I couldn't look anybody in the eye. When I look back, I am just so thankful to God. Because the person that I am today, I could have never imagined. I have so much peace. And so much joy. And so much rest. It took so long. But I now have rest. And it's only because I found Jesus. Nobody could really see from the outside what was going on the inside with me. Nobody really knew my story because I was moving from one country to the next, from one city to the next. Nobody really knew me. I never felt understood. I never felt I belonged to anywhere. I felt lost. And these experiences determined everything, every decision that I made, even in my relationship. It just really influenced how I saw men. It influenced just everything. All these experiences were there to crush me. But I stand here stronger than ever. And I encourage you that there is hope.
Whatever is for your God, overcome the